Hey, here's that ironwood Mollagabet I was working on there. Everything's down pretty much the final dimensions except the limbs. I'm still going to thin down just a little bit. If I would pull it back to 27-inch draw, it'd probably be like a 70-pound bow yet. And I'm only looking for 45 to the maximum 55-pound bow. So I've still got to do a little work on that yet, and it likes to stack up around 25, 26 inches, which means it doesn't want to pull any more. And after that point with the bow, you don't want to pull any more. You're going to get set. Now this bow took a little bit of set, as you can see. One limb, I think it was this bottom limb, had some set already, and both limbs were twisted. So I was expecting a little set. I've been spoiled with Osage. That really is just set more than other woods, but with my red oak bows and any other bow that I've used besides Osage, I've always got a little set, and this is definitely acceptable. When the bow shoots, we don't really see, but I've made enough bows to know that this is just fine. And if I shoot it and I think it's sluggish because of it, I'll take it and just heat treat it a little bit on the limbs and take care of it. But I'm not worried about it. So this is how it is with the long string, tilling it with a long string. We're to put the string on and pull it and look down the limbs. And I use the same method that I said before with the pencil. If it's flat in one spot, you take more wood off there until you get an evenly bending limb, and then if it's still too heavy, you just do the whole limb at one time and take it off. Like I explained before, until you get to the point where you think you can get it braced. And that's where I am right now. Is I'm going to go from long string tillering to short string tillering and see how that goes. Alright, now with the short string on, I'll be doing the short string tillering. And I've already done a bunch. I've got it to brace height here, obviously with the long string. With the short string, it's the same thing. Is that you take and you look down the bow, and you go and you look for any flat spots, and then what I've done so far is I took my file and removed the wood. But right now, like I said, I've already got it to where I have like about a 26-inch draw. And I used to bring it to that, and that's where it maxes out at my poundage. I'm looking for about 55 pounds. So I'm only looking for like another inch of draw, and like another few pounds of weight to lose. So I'm putting away my files now, and I'll be completely using sandpaper. And with this type of bowl, I'll be using the sandpaper block. And for my wood removal, I'll use 80 grit, and that just takes a fine dusting off every time I go through. And that way, I know I'm not going to go by what I'm aiming at. The secret to not wrecking stuff when you're making bows is slow wood removal. Okay, well here's the bow with the string on it. I got it up to brace height. Still not my final brace height. I like to have my brace height with thumb with my finger out. So I'd still like to get this another inch of brace. And I could get it right now, but I don't want to force anything. I just want to slowly creep into where I want to be. So far the bow is drawing more than 45 pounds, and it stacks up at about 26-inch draw. So it's still not tillered quite where I want it to be yet. But I wanted to shoot it a bunch, because sometimes it'll settle in and it'll gain a little bit of draw length and everything after a few arrows. So I got a bunch, and I'm going to go shoot it in, put a couple dozen arrows through it, and see what it looks like afterwards. And then after I break it in a bit, then I'll finish, then I'll do the final tiller. Right, there's the Hornbeam Mollagabet bow here. Got it to brace height finally. It is still drawn a little heavy yet, and looking between 50 and 55 pounds. But I'm going to shoot it up a bit here and put a bunch of arrows through it and see what it looks like afterwards, and then I'll determine how much I need to take off. What's up, dog? Come on. Come on. Still real heavy yet.